to the Nerdiverse. Go ahead, sit and listen to the masters, the old heads, talk about what you love the most. Video games, comics, movies, and everything you need to maintain your week. Got the knowledge that's straight out the ether. Gonna need a drink and have to take a seat to expand your mind and listen to the speaker. Mike and the squad's gonna give you what you need. Please send in a question, come and get some answers, learn a couple lessons from the masters with the special guests. We got the Green Lanterns glowing on their chest. Yes, please sit back and relax, cause we're gonna hit you with them stone cold facts. And allow me to be the very first to welcome you to the masters of the Nerdiverse. Welcome to the Masters of the Nerdiverse podcast. This is the MOTN podcast where we always have such sights to show you. This collegiate Olympian of a podcast can be found on iTunes, Stitcher, Spreaker, SoundCloud, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Google Play, and Spotify. I'm, of course, your host, Mike G. And with me, as always, is my totally non-rude dude with no attitude, host as well, Winter Trash Monk the Thizzard.
Start spreading the news. New York, New York.
Remember that scene in Gremlins 2, the new batch, where the smart gremlin was singing that to all the infinite gremlins that were inside of the clamp building when they were about to hit New York streets, Doug? All those puppeteers, Doug. Right. Good stuff, man.
How many times there's a classic Gremlins look where it's like a maniac laugh and the whole Muppet's just shaking.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. It's so stupid. I like it.
It's so great, dude. Yeah.
They always look like wet. Like they just sprayed these puppets with
down
water.
Like oil or something, dude.
Yeah.
Dude,
and imagine working on set that day. Like, what's your job? Oh, I'm supposed to spray the puppets down.
I'm the gremlin spritzer. Like,
This gremlin needs more spritz. Where's the spritzer?
Where is he? He's on lunch. Well, take him off lunch. Yeah. And the sad thing about gremlins is they can't do it now because it'll just be CG. It'll just be garbage.
I don't know. I could see Netflix going like with the way they did Dark Crystal now, where they're doing puppets for that.
It's too good of an idea for them to actually do it.
No, they need to have like a gremlin like wearing a VR headset and he goes,
No, I heard this idea on another channel, but they have gremlins just being on social media and trolling people, like typing KJBCI. Just try to they do shit posts get on people's nerves.
So what they're going to have to do is have the gremlins be a global catastrophe and then go cut to the White House.
Yeah.
And then the chair spins around and it's the original, the Scar or whatever his name is.
Stripe. Yeah.
Stripe. You're like, eh.
It's just Stripe with a cap with a president's suit on, with a big orange wig and just a cigar.
And then you have the gremlins going.
No, that's just Gremlins 3, dude.
This is Gremlins Money. Okay?
Gremlins Money. You know how awesome?
No, it's Olympus Has Fallen Gremlins edition.
You know for a fact that Gerard Butler would not turn that money down, dog.
I can't even do a Gerard Butler voice.
I was going to go to England, but I must fight the Gremlin.
I do a Clive Owen.
Oh, they're the same guy, right?
No, they're not.
Oh, damn.
You're a funny guy.
So Gerard Butler is not in Shoot 'Em Up with Monica Bellucci?
No.
Dang.
Did you know that Shoot 'Em Up was supposed to... it will have to have... It has Bugs Bunny, Elmer Fudd.
Yeah, it's an analogy to all the old Looney Tunes.
Yeah,
but with sex, violence, and real awkward scenes.
So just like the Looney Tunes.
Just like the Looney Tunes.
Yeah, like when Bugs Bunny would dress up as a woman and no one cared, and he would kiss Elmer Fudd.
Very liberating, beautiful stuff.
Yeah,
Of
course, they would also tell you to buy war bonds.
Buy war. There's gremlins in that too. Remember when the gremlins were messing with Daffy Duck, man? Buy war bonds, get money, You know?
Yeah. Isn't that like a weird side of like animated shows or cartoons where like isn't there like Superman propaganda stuff
Yeah, I mean
out
that
there?
was heavy, but what Captain America was just propaganda. It
Yeah.
was just wartime propaganda, man.
But can you name like another like art medium that's
That
like
does that.
that there seems to be such a weird blend of that, or
Uh,
like it could be a normal show. Like I'm thinking of Daffy Duck, and there's one where he's fighting the Germans,
yeah, a
and
lot of
at
that
the
stuff,
very end there's Adolf Hitler.
dude. A lot of that stuff you can't find anymore. Like the old Warner Brothers cartoons where Bugs Bunny are fighting like the I hate the Japanese, but they're drawn real stereotypical and gross.
Yeah,
You know, and
yeah. I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah,
are the Sons of the Soil, which is the most
yeah,
infamous cartoon of all time.
yeah,
You know, it's just
yeah.
and those cartoons still exist to this day. They just veil it a lot easier. You
All
know?
right. What are your thoughts about veiling it? Should it just be out there full blown, like show our knickers?
If you're gonna do it right. You know,
Yeah,
let that be your thing. If you're gonna have uh country propaganda,
yeah.
let it. You know, back in
I'm
the
talking.
day,
Yeah,
you know,
I liked how I believe if you buy the Looney Tunes DVDs, they still have them on there, and then they have like Whoopi Goldberg introducing some of them.
that's weird.
Going like, these are products of a different time.
These are please understand. These
Yes.
are products of a different time.
Hi, I'm Whoopi Goldberg. You might remember me
For
from
such films as
Sister Act 2.
Two and Jumpin' Jack Flash,
And Rex.
dude.
And the bartender from Star Trek.
I do have a question though. In this day and age, would you show your children now Looney Tune cartoons?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and Looney Tunes is such a weird thing where, as a kid, you don't everything goes over your head. You
Right.
know what I mean? But as an adult, it's a completely different cartoon because you get all the subtext.
Right.
There's so much subtext, even to like something like Roadrunner and the Coyote. It's just so much subtext to those cartoons. It's out of control.
Yeah, I would totally show my kids that just because it's a lot of people want to go like it's far worse than it's terrible compared to modern day cartoons. And I'm like,
but it's amazing. It's so much better than modern day cartoons,
right?
Too,
Like
on some aspects.
Yeah, I don't understand. Yeah, it's a cartoon. Like we can make the distinction between what's real, what's not, and I think kids can do that far more as better than what we give them credit for.
If we could, they could.
Yeah, it's almost the same argument of video games.
Yeah, it's the exact same argument.
Yeah,
like if I ever have kids, I'm gonna make them play pretty much every system.
Dead or Alive, beach volleyball. Yeah,
they need to understand gravity.
Understand.
You will understand. But Dad, I don't want to play Super Metroid. Well, if you want your PS23, you're gonna have to
put him in
game.
that like a Clockwork Orange like chair. With the
and make him play Battletoads.
Did I think what that?
You can't have your Last of Us 8 until you beat Battletoads. Never gonna
come here, Ellie. Or now Elliot.
Elliot. Idiot. So how was your week, man?
My week was okay. The weekend I let's see here. I watched American Horror Story Apocalypse.
Is that the new one or that's the old one, right?
That's the most recent old one.
Okay, it makes sense.
Yeah. Not the one that's on air now, but the season before that. This one.
Yeah. That's the one, the culty one.
That's the one where the world's ending and then the Antichrist comes and like makes these bunkers, and then the witches come and fight him. Pew, 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 pew. And
you mean the final season of True Blood?
Kind of like people know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they got it.
I had some opinions about it where it was way too short. particularly with what they were trying to do, which was like splicing all these different storylines. Like they're the reason why like the Avengers movies are pretty long, folks. There's a lot
Big
of
reason.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things that they're trying to tie in together, but they only give 10 episodes for this when it should have been more like
20.
20, yeah.
Yeah.
But even like maybe 5 more would have been better as well. Just I think so. Also, just a little pet peeve. Like I believe. So there's
I believe that children are the future.
They make a historical character, Anton LaVey, if some of you know.
Yeah.
Historical. He's the founder of a sect of Satanism.
Yep.
But if I'm correct, it was the type of Satanism that didn't actually go out seeking for Satan, but was more of using that as like a metaphor of anarchy and like expressing yourself freely without any concerns of social structures and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
What the show paints is like, no, he's hunting. The signs from Scripture are true. The Antichrist is It's like, I don't think that was what his deal was. I mean, there are satanic sects like that, but I believe he was part of the group that was more like it's almost like an offbeat of the free love movement.
Hey guys, I'm not saying to worship Satan. I'm just saying you don't have to worship what they're telling you to worship, guys.
I'm just saying, like, it was weird to
there's punch and pie.
I mean, I could see how in you're writing the story you want to use him, but sometimes you just have to go, well, what did he actually think? And now you're putting words in his mouth. I just thought that was interesting. But
it kind of reminds me of what was going on with Sabrina on Netflix.
Yeah.
The Church of Satanism had to step up and say, well, this is not how any of this works.
Right.
Like, well, this is a show that is imaginary. Like, but you're putting our name on it.
Right.
You know?
And it's like it's very right? Yeah. But it's weird because other shows, like if they were going to be centered around like a Catholic priest or something, a lot of I'm assuming, because sometimes it's very interesting, or like if they're going to talk about pastors, they'll have someone on set who knows what this is about. Right. Like if they're going to have a movie about hackers, they're going to have a hacker on set
to try to give it some level of grounded realism. You know, it's funny you mentioned. I'm sorry,
and it's weird that I'm the one advocating for this, but
it's just historical accuracy. Like I was watching something about The Exorcist. You know, the film. What's his name? Willem Friedkin's Exorcist.
Yeah, Billy Fried.
Be Free. The scariest movie ever made. And the problem with The Exorcist was that it sparked kind of a frenzy among the American people, because before no one knew what an exorcism was. You know what I mean? It was just something that was buried in Catholic dogma for hundreds of years that no one even done before. Haven't done in a while, rather.
Yeah.
And now, as soon as this movie comes out, everyone's claiming that their kid is possessed by the devil, you know. And it's like, no, the movie even says that, exorcisms kind of stopped when we start realizing that there's such a thing as psychological health, you know, and mental illness, and schizophrenia.
Well, it's just and there's something in the American religious landscape that we just love a show, folks. First Great Awakening, Second Great Awakening, Azusa Street revivals, Big Tent, like TBN and all those channels, and pastors dressing up as Spider-Man and coming to the pulpit like that.
We are a culture that needs to be entertained.
Yes.
It's a big show.
I liked another way someone put it, like, instead of like an entertainment culture, we're a culture that is constantly bored, so we're always seeking entertainment. Like like it is in the scope of history, it's a relatively new concept of like
social existence.
I don't know what to do today.
I don't know what I'm doing.
It used
So
to be,
please-
you don't know what to do today, huh? Well, you have work in the field that you have to do. You have to die today because you sneezed.
Yep.
There's all these other things.
You know, like you woke up with purpose at early, and your whole day was.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of like we were kind of raised on this 24-hour news cycle, so our lives rotate around that cycle too. So it's like, I don't know what to be mad about. What do I be mad about today? Tell me, Twitter. What should I be mad about today? Okay.
I watched that. I watched American Horror Story.
Yeah.
I watched The Blacklist, the new season on Netflix. I highly recommend The Blacklist. James Spader, whoop whoop.
I highly recommend The Black Fist.
Okay. And now I found out I have 2 seasons of Walking Dead I need to catch up on.
Have fun with that.
And then, but the guy that I'm using, his Netflix account needs to pay his bill. So now I'm back to Amazon and I'm watching Goliath right now.
Pay him a telephone.
Goliath. Have you heard of this show, Goliath?
The name is like bouncing in my brain, but I don't know what it's about.
With Billy Bob Thornton as a lawyer.
Nah, man.
It's a great show. I always I watched the first season and I'm like, okay, that was good. And the second one, they're really finding their form, I want to say.
Yeah.
Where instead of being centered on Ventura Beach or whatever, somewhere in LA like that, they're now tackling the entire city, sort of thing.
We tackle Earth.
Yeah. And it's very... the music that they choose is good. Of some obscure choices from music, good. Like the drummer of the Beach Boys had a song on the show. Okay, and that's it.
And that's it.
Sharks season starts tomorrow, folks.
And thus, you will notice a dip in the podcast quality.
And I'm drinking some tea right now, which is it's supposed to help with energy and positivity. And I also used some recommended mushroom powder from Joe Rogan.
Oh, you mean leaf juice?
That's supposed to help with focus.
Focus, man.
And thinking.
Think harder, bro.
Give me something to think about, quick.
What I did with my week, something to think about. Think about that. Rentail dead.
You went to the Blue Hat after going to the buffet line at Larry Flint's casino.
I hate Larry Flint's casino.
What did he do to you?
It smells like hot dog water in there, man. It's not good.
Larry Flint's special body spray.
He has hot dog water edition Axe
hot
body
dog
spray.
Water and sad memories, sad stories.
It smells like hot sour cream and onion Lay's potato chips, and it's not hot.
So you've been in there?
Yeah, I'm from LA. And when
what does that mean?
You gotta go. You have to go in at least once. You gotta go in there and look around. Don't drink the water. Just head out, man.
So what does it look like when you? Is it an actual casino? Or?
Yes, it's in quote unquote the hood, and you go check it out. And you just look around and you duck out. Duh.
Do you ask where's Jack? Where's Big Brother magazine?
Yeah, they take you to the back and show you. But you're not the same person when you leave, man.
Why is there a bunch of leather
Why is there plastic on the furniture?
Oh, I made a huge mistake.
I shouldn't have walked in. Now they have my picture. Hashtag don't go to Larry Flint's casino.
Yeah. Dad. So you went there for their breakfast buffet.
I went there for their shrimp cocktails, Dad.
You went for their shrimp cocktails and mimosas.
And I can tell you now, the wine was flat and the cocktails were warm, Doug.
Yeah,
no bueno.
There's this place near me that does bottomless mimosas on Sunday and a breakfast buffet, and I want to go there so bad and just take them out of business.
Drink, dude.
I would drink. I mean, they take a while to get to your table, but I would eat so many of the sausages and pancakes. And
There's a place in Long Beach called Tequila Jack's. If you're from Long Beach, you know what I'm talking about. like a
Hey, I've been to
bottomless
Long Beach, Brotendo.
potato chip,
Yeah.
and they have
I
the
took
bottom.
some bagel bites, put it in my pocket, and I went, sayonara, Valhalla. I'm going to...
Sayonara, Valhalla. I brought my own ranch. Got ranch in it. What else did I do other than not go to Larry Flint's casino? Just still playing Iceborne, Monster Hunter. Just beat Valkana. Moving on.
Yeah.
I rewatched a fun little movie from my childhood called A Low Down Dirty Shame. You ever seen this?
No.
With Keenan Ivory Wayans and Jada Pinkett before she was Jada Pinkett Smith.
Oh.
And Charles S. Dutton, dog. It's a fascinating movie because it was the Wayans brothers' once and only attempt to make a serious action movie. It's really fascinating. Like their attempts, it's like right off of the heels of In Living Color, like right, and I'm Gonna Get You Sucker and all that stuff. But it's where I'm Gonna Get You Sucker is played strictly. It's a black exploitation comedy.
Yeah.
But Low Down Dirty Shame is an action movie with comedic beats. It takes itself way more serious, and you get to see Keenan Ivory Wayans do like stunts, and he has this insane body count that now it just seems so like tone deaf. He kills like 50 people in that movie. Keenan, dog.
Yeah.
You get to see a young Jada Pinkett Smith who is just adorable and feisty and awesome. It's just one of my favorite movies of all time, and it has a banging soundtrack. So I recommend anyone to go find that. It's on Amazon Prime now, so if you want to go watch that and let me know what you think.
Now, do you still have on your schedule for the night to drive over to Tom Green's house and throw eggs at him?
No, that's Thursdays, my man. That's Thursdays.
Got it.
He knows. He's prepared to clean it up. Other than that, it's October, which is my legit favorite month of the year. So I try to watch at least one horror movie a day because that's how I roll.
Yeah.
This is how Mike G gets down. So I think tonight I'm going to watch OG Critters. Yeah.
Nah, you're going to watch Shockwaves.
Why you keep trying to push Shockwave? Oh,
because
man.
it's Shockwaves, man.
Because it's Shockwave, dog.
Hey, it's Shockwave.
Hey, you got a copy of that Shockwave?
No.
Yeah? No?
So what are your thoughts about this was a joke that I made up last night.
Okay. We don't have a poll of the week, by the way, so this will fill that space.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, have you heard about this? Folks?
Wow. Always wow.
Isn't it interesting? Like we all have those friends that are like really into movies, you know? They're like, oh, you got to watch this French director and the way he uses the lens. Like it seems it's always like only foreign films are considered to be the epitome of cinema, and that got me thinking that like all those European film snobs must have it good because they go, "Have you seen the Avengers Endgame yet? The lenses were so perfect."
Yeah, man.
Or have you seen The Mummy?
You say that, it reminds me of like Hot Fuzz, right? Yeah. Where their homeboys like, you ain't seen Bad Boys 2. You have to see it. It's a technical masterpiece,
But that's what I was thinking of. Because I was watching a lot of the Criterion Collection YouTube videos where they have someone go through and like pick their favorite.
Yeah.
And I feel like I could become one of those people that starts collecting Criterion Collection TV and Blu-rays.
Well, it being Halloween, there is a quintessential horror movie list that is the most right list of all time. And this is based off of this old, I would say, anthology. It's my favorite anthology. Not even an anthology. It's kind of like an interview show called Bravo's 100 Scariest Movie Moments of All Time. And it is the quintessential best horror analysis interview where they go through each scene of 100 horror movies to talk about how awesome and influential and controversial they were. And it's a list of the best horror movies ever. 100 movies. And I was actually connecting with someone, a fellow podcaster. Shout outs to the Monster Kids out there. Shout out to Tabs over at Test Pattern. and we were just like, yeah, this is one of those things that have never been put to Blu-ray. Like Bravo refuses to put it out like as a blue, because it's like a 3 to 5 hour documentary. It's the best. I watch it every single October, and I try to watch as many of those movies on that list as possible. It's like 100 Days Later, Blood and Black Lace, The Sentinel, Alien, Blood Simple, Pet Cemetery. It's just a quintessential horror fans list. And my hope one day is to collect all of those horror movies and have them in my stable to watch. It's just, and do critiques on them, you know. It's just, but it's 100, man. It's nigh possible feat. But yeah, if you can find it, you can find that on YouTube. Actually, 100 scariest movie moments. It's perfection, dude. It's one of my favorites.
Perfection.
Perfect. You know. But yeah, did that answer your question?
I guess.
Yeah. Game over, yeah.
I'm just trying to look up real quick what a DVD would cost from the Criterion Collection.
It's like $1,000, dog.
Shut your mouth. You don't know what you're talking about.
It's like a cool 2 stacks, dog.
Well, it should be 1,000. I mean, they're wanting $31.96 for Blu-ray.
Yeah, man.
Charlie Chaplin's Circus
for Metropolis, dog.
So I probably will just watch. I want the Criterion channel.
Call it your day, man. Watch the Criterion Collection.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's get to the news, folks.
Let's get to the news.
Let's get to the news.
Dun, dun, dun,
the news.
Dun, dun, dun. Speaking of movies, they had the Terminator gameplay trailer.
News get angry. News get mad.
Wow.
You know what reference is that?
No.
Johnny get angry.
What?
Because of a movie I watched recently.
Is it Shockwave?
No, Nightbreed.
Oh, geez.
Where there's a random singing section where
yeah.
Johnny get angry, Johnny get mad.
There's one listener to MOTN that I know is gonna like blow their brains because you're mentioning Nightbreed. They won't shut up about Nightbreed.
Speak more about Nightbreed.
Why isn't there an episode just about Nightbreed?
Why isn't this a Nightbreed podcast?
Hey, Winter.
Yeah.
Your meat.
Yeah.
And I want some meat. Don't come close, Winter. I'll bite you. I'm gonna get you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bite you.
Speaking of
venomous bites, Mortal Kombat 11 is debuting Arnold Schwarzenegger's own Terminator, the T-800, and they showed off his gameplay today. Get over here. He says get over here in the Arnold voice. It's so dumb. He goes, get over here. I wasn't ready for that.
Get over here.
Get over here. He was like Sarah Connor. She was like Sonya Blaze. He was like scheduled for termination. It's so weird. It's so cool. Like,
so cool.
Video games are awesome. You know, it's like they pay so much attention to detail about these loved franchises. It's like, can you imagine? It's like, okay, the franchise reaches out to you and says, I want you to do Jose Canseco in Sidekicks. You have to then analyze the movie Sidekicks for 3 months, get all the mannerisms, all the attacks, then bring in Jose Canseco to do the voice acting. You know, get the mocap on him. It's a lot of work, man, to get it absolutely perfect. No stone left unturned. That's what they did with the T-800. You know, he looks like he plays a little stiff, but then it's a Terminator. You don't see him doing backflips and stuff. It's a cool moment where he burns down and turns into just the exoskeleton. It's super sick. So, color me hyped, man. Mortal Kombat 11.
How are you gonna save the biz? How would you write the next Twilight Zone movie? Not
what?
Twilight, the Terminator movie. How would you write the next Terminator movie?
Okay. How would I do it? Just
Yeah.
freestyling?
Yeah,
Uh,
go.
go, go, go. I would write it to where it's 1,000 years in the future from when John Connor defeated the Skynet,
Yeah.
and the Earth is starting to rebuild itself, and they're clearing out all the stupid gunk and stuff from the Terminator Super Wars, and a child is born, but the child is born with the backup drive of Skynet in its DNA, and that child then becomes the new next stage of human evolution. But Terminators from the past then have to go into the future to kill that baby because they don't want humans to evolve to the next stage of evolution, Doug.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't like that.
Whatever, man. This is me 3 seconds into you asking me the question.
Yeah.
So it's like John Connor's like super grandson, but the baby is not related to them. But John Connor from the past future has to go into the future.
I don't like this at all.
And then they take the baby from the super future all the way back to 1987 and give the baby to Sarah Connor after the aftermath of T2. She has to raise the baby and John Connor.
Oh my gosh. The correct answer was add Time Cop to the Terminator.
Well, you're not asking me to do like a team up, because that's a whole different question, my man.
What would be the team up?
It would be the destined team up, RoboCop versus Terminator, man.
That's not the destined team
it's
up.
The destined team up.
I know,
dude.
they're the video game with the two
and comics. If Terminator's going to team up with anyone on the big screen, it's RoboCop. It's been preordained, Doug. RoboCop versus Terminator, Alien versus Predator, Roe versus Wade.
Alien versus the Archie. Are you going to say that's predetermined?
Nah.
Okay, let's get to the news.
We already in the news.
Oh.
That was news, man. Geez, speaking of things that were predetermined, Sean Layton from Sony Worldwide Studios, Mr. E3, is stepping down from PlayStation.
He's the dude with the beard, right?
He's a businessman. He's the dude who wears the business suits, and he talks like a politician. But he ended up being a really legit dude and seemed to have the gamers in mind for many, many years, which is sad to see. It's always, I hate to see figureheads from the gaming community step down because they age out, or they're just like, I'm just done. Kind of like Reggie last year with Nintendo and the passing of Saguri of Iwata, you know. So there's always new generations of people that will fill that spot, and I'm sure he wasn't so influential to the gaming mass to that PlayStation is going to change his complete work set, because the only thing really working for Sony is the PlayStation division.
Venom.
Shut up! Don't talk to me about Venom.
Sony Films.
Don't talk to me about Sony Films.
Sony Camera Division.
That's okay. Their TVs are garbage, though. Sorry. Speaking of Sony, apparently the Jar Baby from Death Stranding, that sounds really bad. Jar Baby sounds like a racial slur.
You're the one thinking it.
That's what they call it. Death Stranding.
No one called it a jar.
The name of the article. The name of the article says Death Stranding's Jar Baby can't speak through the PS4 controller speaker. Okay. I didn't make that name.
Said you to jump off a cliff. I guess you would do it.
I'm reading the title of the article. Winner. Yeah. What do you want from me?
Well, I guess you'll just have to take all your opinions from the article.
You know what? You need to stop being a Jar Baby and comment.
My people have made it too far to hear those words that come out of your mouth.
I guess I have to do a social media retraction after this. Thank you,
that's
Winner.
Me skisking you.
I'm skisking me, dog. I didn't put the words in. They put the words in my mouth. I'm merely a puppet.
I got spit everywhere.
That's what you get, dog. All on your spit guard. I just mentioned this because I like the idea of that little microphone inside your PlayStation controller talking to you while you play a video game.
I believe there's another game that did that, where it was like you would put in a cassette tape in the game, and then it would come out of your
I think that's
controller.
neat, dude. I think that would be cool.
Do you remember what that game was, though?
I know. The only game I remember doing something like that was Killzone Shadow something, where you would get like call orders that came through your actual speaker from the controller. It was kind of cool. They'd be like, "Go left, flick right,
yeah,
Whiskey Alpha Foxtrot," or whatever they say. But yeah, I want a survival horror game where like evil things whisper to you from you can't turn it off. It's just it's coming through the speaker in your controller. Like you'll be playing and it just goes boo. You're like, ah.
I believe it was the Batman, the Arkham Knight games, by the way.
That just whisper to you, dude.
Yeah, where you would play like a recording, and you would hear like the in the and they would go, Dr. Pepper has been talking to the Joker. And I mean,
oh, I don't like that, dude.
He said the Joker.
I don't like that, dude.
No.
Oh, that reminds me. Yeah, I also booted up PT again on the PlayStation.
Parent Trap.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Placenta Trail.
Say it one more time with feeling.
Placenta Trail.
Let me write that down because that's the name of the podcast.
That's why I'm here, folks.
Hold up. Just to make sure that
Trail, Party Trap, Parent Trap.
And just for the explanation, what exactly is a placenta trail?
Well, it could be a number of things. It could be like it could be doing a slinky maneuver, like a placenta falls down the steps and just like.
What are you doing?
Down.
What are you doing with the placenta? That it's slinking.
You don't got a placenta on you. Yeah, I don't know, but it's
what is happening, man?
I don't know.
What are y'all doing up there?
Hey, it's a Mariposa tradition where
it walks upstairs and roll over some pears.
We put the placenta on the highest stairs we've got in town, and wherever the placenta, we kick it down the top step going down, and wherever it stops, that's how long the baby's going to live.
Placenta, it's big, it's heavy, it's wood.
And we only have 32 steps.
It's better than bad. It's good.
Okay.
I'm moving on. PC playable trailer, scary horror game. Nothing about what Winter's talking about.
He said jar baby.
I didn't say jar baby. IGN said jar baby.
Placenta Trail. Next.
Gross. So Mario Kart Tour is a new mobile game that apparently has just mentally arrested most of the country. My homegirl posted a picture on Instagram, and the game came out like last week, and she already has like 49 hours into it. She's like, I just can't stop playing. And apparently its paid subscription costs more than like the Switch Online like free game paid subscription. What are you doing, Nintendo? Like, what's happening over there? You need somebody to talk to? Like, why do this? Like, why do this to your clientele, man? Why fall into the predatory, microtransaction hole? I know it's easy to do. It's the easiest thing in the world when you have money to back it. But you're Nintendo. You're supposed to be better than that, man. Nintendo.
You're supposed to bring balance to the gaming world, not join them.
Not join them. I loved you. Did you watch this Bird of Prey trailer, dude?
What?
Sony is like, we have the high ground. So, did you watch the Margot Robbie trailer, Harley Quinn in her Birds of Prey?
Yeah.
I want to talk about this.
I mean, it's something. I don't want to comment too much on it because I want to give this movie a chance. But there is a lot riding on this movie.
It's one of those things, man,
Yes.
where you can't say too much negative about it because then you'll be labeled something you may not necessarily identify as.
Yeah, I want to wait for the movie to come out and then I'll go, see, I told you.
DC is doing this thing, and it's this thing I hate with all my heart and soul.
Yeah.
Where they're slapping the name on something that has nothing to do with the actual content. You know, like the Joker has nothing to do with the Joker.
You don't know.
And from this trailer, it has more to do with the characters than the Joker does, because it is actually Harley Quinn, and she breaks up with Mr. J, and there are glints of Black Canary, there's glints of Huntress, but it's just so far from the source material that it's just like, I don't even want this to be successful because then they're going to think this is the way you're supposed to make superhero movies.
No, it's just it's a different way.
And I'm not even saying like a creative license is beautiful. I mean, just do it, like, to make your vision. Just don't call it Birds of Prey. You know, that's my only thing.
Well, what else are we going to call it, huh?
Call it the emancipation of whatever the name is of the one called Harley Quinn. But for it being called Birds of Prey, the actual Birds of Prey, which is Huntress, Black Canary, they have Cassandra Cain is glimpsed there.
Yeah.
They don't even get talked. I don't even think they get speaking roles in that trailer. It's all Harley, dude. I don't think they get voiced lines in that trailer. I have to watch it again. I may be wrong.
Yeah,
but
we'll see what happens.
Rough.
That's all I got. We'll see we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. I'm cautiously pessimistic. We got to see a picture of Brandon Routh as the Kingdom Come Superman in the new Crisis of Infinite Earths, and I gotta say, it is perfection. It looks amazing. Have you seen the picture of this man in the Superman outfit with the dun-dun-duns and the big spit curl and the big giant black and red Kingdom Come?
Why do they call it a spit curl?
Because you use spit to do it. You make
That's
that
how
noise.
You spit?
You go spit, and you go spit. Yeah, it
I don't know about this world I live in anymore.
No, I think these were a different place. But Brandon Routh, and who has been Superman, in this suit, is just making everyone just want more Brandon Routh as Superman. It's like, just give us more of this. It looks too good. It couldn't be more accurate. And it just makes everyone upset that they're only going to get this for one episode. You know, it's perfection. It looks great. It looks amazing, and I can't wait to see it in motion with him flying around and doing Superman stuff. There's 3 Supermen in this Crisis of Infinite Earths.
Yeah,
it's super cool.
Whoop-de-doo,
Winter. This is why we're doing MOTN reads together, so you could slowly begin to appreciate this comic book stuff. Even if it's
not
fraction.
The comic book stuff, it's the CW stuff.
You mean the crude winter? What was it called? The crudest wilderness? Crude wilderness stuff?
I don't know.
Craptacular?
I don't know.
Crap whirlpool?
Yeah.
Learn to get hyped, dog. I got good news for you, though.
The can wait. Oh, 3 Supermans are going to be on. Well, I can wait for that.
I can wait for that. You know what they call you, Winter? They call you a hate-or.
Yeah.
H8-R. Hate-or.
Well, at least they're not calling me what you were calling people earlier in this episode. Death Stranding's
a jar baby, dog? It's a rough. It rolls off the tongue wrong, dude. It just rolls off the tongue wrong.
Yeah, man. It rolls off like you're used to saying it off air. I don't know.
I don't know. You know, in private company, huh?
Private company, you know, at rallies.
Tiki
torch sales.
Yeah, at the gym when I get upset.
The gym.
Racism's not funny. Kevin Feige has announced that Spider-Man will be back in the MCU for the
Yeah.
third film.
All those nerds that like lost a blood vessel now can shut up.
And you know what's the funniest thing is that I was telling people to just relax. Like my first tweets about it, when the internet imploded, and everyone was losing their minds. I said, "Guys, you got to chill, man. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
This is initial discussions, man. These things happen all the time. Relax. If Marvel wants Spider-Man, they'll get Spider-Man.
Right.
You know, like it's really their decision to accept it because they're not losing. They may not be making as much money as they would want, but they're not losing any money. You know, and what happened? We waited out. Now Spider-Man's back to the MCU, and like you said, all the overreactive 24-hour news cycle nerds can relax, and then they'll find something else to be mad about. You know, that's just how it goes. So congratulations on Spider-Man coming back to the MCU, if only for one more film. I think it's one more film and an appearance in another film, which God knows that could be, given the current landscape of the MCU. They may be holding that movie for years. Like, oh yeah, Tom, we're going to pull this card 10 years in the future when we got our stuff together. And lastly, speaking of Kevin Feige, apparently he's developing a Star Wars movie.
Star Wars is beautiful. Star Wars.
You're triggering a lot of Trekkies right now. Are you a Trekkie yet? I have to ask. Are you a Trekkie yet?
I believe so. I mean, I'm still going through season 2 of the original series. I already watched Discovery and Star Trek Enterprise. I know a little bit of the lore.
I think you'll be a Trekkie by the time you're done with this adventure you're going on.
Yes. The greatest adventure is Star Trek streaming.
Star Trek warrior. Okay, quick question. What color shoulder blades would you rock on the USS Enterprise? What color shoulder blades? Would you rock the red shoulder blades? The blue shoulder blades? Would you rock the yellow shoulder blades?
Well, it's interesting because so there's a difference between the Next Generation and
in Star Trek in regards to color versus function.
Well, yeah, the Next Generation, the original series, and Enterprise have like different outfits that they're wearing. Actually, Discovery has a different outfit as well.
Yep.
Where I believe the original series takes a little bit more liberty with like what the captain wears of particular scenarios. Like if he's hosting dinner, like politicians or something on the ship, he's wearing a more regal outfit. But if he's just captain, he has like just a regular yellow work shirt for the ship.
Yeah.
I like the jumpsuit look of Enterprise with like with like the orange band on it, or it would be red because I would definitely be an engineer type or like security.
Yeah, man. I would want to wear yellow because I would like to be engineering. Is yellow engineering?
Yellow's captain or leader.
Oh, like you're talking about OG Star Trek. And Next Generation yellow is like engineering. That's what Data and LaForge wears.
Oh yeah.
And red has become like leadership, like Riker and Picard. But then, like you said, there's differences.
Yeah.
Like in old school,
I believe there's like a difference in color that they're like admiral that you might be thinking. Yeah.
Okay, so you would be red, OG red, because you would want to be security.
Right. Like I would be the guy. Like, we need you to kill this alien because he's breaking up peace in the galaxy, and I'd go. He's
eating this universe. Okay.
Yeah. It's like, well, there's like a whole section. I can't remember what it was Star Trek Discovery. They introduced like a secret organization. Well, no, not just I can't just say Discovery, but I'm just going to say what's on my mind. In the Star Trek canon, there is a secret group inside Starfleet that does like the Black Ops missions, and I would like to be a part of that.
You want to be part of the Black Ops of
and they have Federation. They have like a black, like there's the Starfleet logo, and then it's all blacked out.
That's dope.
Yeah. The problem is that their motives are questionable.
Of course they are, because they're not on the books. You see, they're the Black Ops team.
Yes,
they do the wet work for the Federation.
But I could also see myself just being like the chef.
Hell yeah, I would be Neelix, dog. I'll be Neelix in a hot second.
You just see like fire fights happening. You just see the chef like, "How can I cut my onions?
I can't cut my onions. Would you like some Klingon war juice?"
Yes.
Yes.
But we should talk about Star Wars for.
Yeah, we talk about Star Wars. We just kind of went on a Star Trek tangent. Kevin Feige is the golden boy in Disney, so they're just like, please fix Star Wars 2. He's like, okay, I'll give it a shot.
Which is it's questionable whether it's broken.
Well, it's broken. It's broken.
It's making money.
Well, that doesn't always mean success.
Well, it's making what other movies see. The thing is that they're having high hopes for the success of Star Wars, and I would say it's making money that normal movies would be making. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's making the money it should make because it's a Star Wars movie,
right?
But it's not making anything above that,
right? So it's not. I would say it's not. It's definitely it needs a 2.5,
okay,
a 3.5, where it's not like chuck everything out and let's redo it, but it needs to be. It needs. J.J. Abrams got to play in the sandbox. Mm-hmm. Kevin Johnson got to play with the toys in the sandbox, and now Kevin Feige needs to go like, okay, now we need to we need to figure out how we can get the most bang for our buck, or tie it all together.
If the Last Skywalker does not stick the landing,
yes,
if it's critically panned but commercially successful, will this latest trilogy be better or worse than the prequels? Would it be, you think, through history, will it be remembered better than the prequels?
I think it's going to be known as better because it's definitely going to be known as better, actually, because there's been such hate for the prequels
people really hate The Last Jedi.
Yeah, but not to the point of the prequels. Like, there is no Jar Jar Binks character.
Man, I think as time goes on, Luke throwing the lightsaber over the hill is going to be the Jar Jar for this trilogy.
Yeah, how about you're the Jar Jar? How about that, Mike?
I like The Last Jedi. I'm a Last Jedi apologist. I'm just speaking in the macro of things. If the Last Skywalker tanks and it's just a bad movie, will this trilogy be seen in a worse light than the prequels?
I don't know.
The Force Awakens wasn't great. It wasn't great, dude. Force Awakens was okay.
Stop it.
It's just a New Hope.
Stop it.
I'm just saying, like the next generation is.
Each of those, I feel like each of the movies in this new trilogy have progressed the story, while in the prequel they have Attack of the Clones, which I can't tell you the majority of the movie.
It's rough, but then the same can be said about The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi didn't really push the story forward; it just ironed out wrinkles.
Where's Luke Skywalker?
He's super dead, dog. But Luke Skywalker was off the field for most of this galactic turmoil, dog. He had nothing to do with it.
It also introduces the concept of the rebels and are not necessarily as clean cut as we are
So does Rebel One, though. Rebel One did the same thing for the OG Rebel Alliance, man. It is
okay. We need to move on.
Good argument, though. I'm actually playing contrarian because I like the film, but I'm
good
just saying,
argument. But also, I don't say the same. You're racist. Okay, let's go.
Oh no, waiter! How could you do this to me?
No,
you know the record button's on, my man. How can I walk this?
He's not a racist, folks.
How can I fix this?
He's not a racist. He's not a racist. Okay. Baba Booey, Baba Booey.
Oh, don't cap on me, dog. Oh no! What are you looking forward to, man?
I'm looking forward to finishing Goliath sometime this week. Hopefully, I could get back to watching some Netflix, get The Walking Dead in the system, and I still have that's a good zombie sound. That I still have the second season of Mindhunters to watch.
Ooh,
and yeah, that's all I got.
I'm looking forward.
Recording on Saturday.
Yeah, recording this Saturday is going to be interesting. Actually, I need to catch up on that because we'll be recording for our Halloween special, MOTN Random Select. I have to actually watch a couple of those movies this week so I can catch up to our list. One of them is going to be Them. I have to watch Them for the first time in forever. And Thing from Another World.
You have to watch Them? What movies?
Thing from Another World and Silver Bullet.
No, but you said Them.
Yeah, those two.
What movies are you referring to?
Yeah, Silver Bullet and Things from Another World.
Oh, okay.
In Them.
Okay, but what are the Them that you're talking about?
And I'm looking forward to playing more ice cream. That's about it. Do you have any last thoughts before we close this bad boy out?
Yeah, I was really hoping Mike G would play along with that. But
just a little longer. I was thinking about it a little bit longer.
Yeah. Like we almost had our original "Who's on First" routine.
I could have took that so long, but I was like, nah.
Nah, you're not going.
Not this time.
Yeah, the Fisher cut bait or whatever the phrase.
Yeah,
Fisher cut bait.
Fisher cut bait. Geez.
Yeah. Check me out on social media at Trashmonk the Third, Trashmonk III. I'm always doing interesting stuff with my life, and always...
Did you do your III at the beginning of this episode?
I don't think so.
Jeez, do it so that there isn't an episode gap.
Okay. Yeah, Trashmonk I
like it. All right, that's what's up. If you like more content like this, you can always check us out on Twitter. That is at MNerdiverse, where we do fun things. And I will be doing a little thing I'm going to call MOTN Monster Mash. A Monster Mash?
The Monster Mash.
It's a Monster Mash. Well, a graveyard smash. Well, I fancy myself a low-key, a trash artist. As he is the trash monk, I'm the trash artist. And I'm drawing horror movie films, mashing them up with iconic comic book covers. Monster Mash. So this week, I did Us by Jordan Peele, where it's an homage to an old Flash issue cover. And it was fun to do, and I want to do more of them. I can't do them every day for the month of Inktober because I would lose my mind. But I will do a few more sprinkled throughout the month of just things that catch my mind. I already have an idea for another one, so I hope you guys like it. You can also follow us at our website, which is mastersofthenerdiversecast.com, where you can always listen to our archived episodes. There's more than 100 people. We're pushing this stuff out. We're getting her done. And you can always like our content. You can comment on our episodes. You can subscribe to our channels wherever podcasts are found. If this is your very first time listening to this podcast, I would like to first thank you and welcome you to the Nerdiverse. I, of course, have been your host, Mike G.
And I've been your host, Trashmonk the Third.
And we will always ask you to take that one step beyond.